What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys watching today. Today we're going to go over some Morgan Silver dollars I recently picked up, and everything that you see in this video is for sale and available in my store. If it's not there anymore, obviously it's been sold. I do want to give a quick shout out to Kenneth. Kenneth, thank you for buying this 1879 Morgan Silver dollar. He picked this one up for 79 bucks. Very nice, plain Jane 1879. BU details for sure, and I also included a little buffalo nickel, and I'm going to ship that out to him after I'm done filming this video. Had some decent sales this weekend. A lot of it was not really numismatic related, which is fine. I'm doing my best to unload as much as much of the old stuff I've got laying around the basement and converting it to cool stuff like this. So I'm gonna guess. I guess I can start with this actual coin. You know what? I'm gonna do these in order. I'm gonna do this in order of date, so that way when you watch the video, if there's a specific date, you can fast forward to it. And let me grab the list here of what I've got stuff listed at. So we're gonna start with the oldest coin here, which is a 2-cent piece. I had to pick this one up. I thought it was beautiful. The particular seller also I bought a peace dollar from, and they had this in their store. So the person that sold it to me doesn't typically sell coins. They're more of like an antique dealer, and they had this piece in their store. So I asked for a discount on it, and also asked them to put that into the peace dollar that they shipped me. It was interesting though. They shipped everything in a pretty large box, which I guess some people, that's just how they ship stuff, just to make sure it gets there securely. But you guys don't have to do that. So if you do get into reselling or selling some of your coins, you're absolutely safe sending them in envelopes. There's no need to put a big box into that. But really, really enjoy the 1864. I think it's a cool piece. You don't see them very often, and you usually don't see them this often with that much detail on it. So I don't really know how to grade these, but I thought this was about a fine. And the reason is, when you're looking at a 2-cent piece, if you don't see the "we," so there's a large model and small model, but there's supposed to be a "we" right there, and you can kind of see the W, but you can't really make out the E. And then obviously the lines on the shield, that's a wear mark, and then the wreaths, and the I guess that's wheat. So anyways, I called it a fine. Again, I'm not an expert by any means, and I'm asking 35 bucks for it. There's quite a few of these, but if you ever find one of these like in really, really, really nice condition, they're worth thousands and thousands of dollars, just because that was a spending piece. Not very many people collected that type of coin. All right, so we're going to start with this 1878, and if you guys don't mind, I'm going to just quickly bring these out from the wraps here, or from the Mylar, so you can kind of see them. I really like this one. This one actually has some reflective qualities to it, and you can kind of tell where it kind of wore evenly around the inside of the coin. That's pretty common. And then on the reverse here, really, really nice mirrors. It's pretty rare to find an 1878 that doesn't have the San Francisco Mint on the bottom, that has these type of reflective qualities. So anyone looking for a nice, affordable 1878 that has very nice mirror-like fields, I think would be pretty happy with this coin. This one I'm asking, what am I asking for this one? All right, 150 bucks is what I'm asking for that one. Next is one I don't really come across that often, an 1879 New Orleans Mint. And again, this one's very, very frosty. These are really tough to find with, again, reflective qualities in the fields on both sides. So that's very hard to find, because usually when these things are struck, they're pretty flat, and these proof-like ones are almost impossible to find in really nice condition. There's even a thing with the 1879s under the VAM listing saying anything that's got mirror reflections on it, they're not very well struck coins, or they've kind of been worn. So I think for some reason these ended up in circulation more than the non-reflective looking ones. So this is, again, very nice, rare to find coin, first of all, regardless of nice quality, and then the fact that it actually has some frost to it on both sides, as well as mirrors, makes it a rare coin. So I'm asking $175 for this one. Next is an 1880 New Orleans mint. This has the micro O, and this also has mirrors, which, again, not very, very common to find mirrors. And then you can tell that the O, it looks like I think it's the O that belonged on the Barber quarter at the time. So I can get these O's next to each other. So see how the O on the 79, see that size? And then compare it to this O. See how tiny that is? Looks like a pinhole. So this one, also very rare to find with reflective qualities in the fields. You're not going to see this coin. Even if you go into a bunch of coin shops, you're not going to see the VAM with the micro O, and you're not going to see reflective fields. Very rare coin to find raw, not already sitting in a holder. So I'm asking $150 for that one. Really, really happy with this guy here. And then I think this, as far as quality or uncirculated quality, this is the best 1881 I think I've seen in my hands in over 2 years. It's definitely the nicest struck coin out of all the coins you're going to see here. It is a common date, so 1881 San Francisco is a common date. What's not common about this one is just how well it's struck and how clear everything is. Show you this one up close here. So we're very reflective, but not on the Morgan, on Liberty itself. We're reflective in the fields. Super deep mirrors. And on the reverse here, also nice mirrors, but if you notice, the mirrors are not as clear. So I don't know if this would get a proof like or deep. I know it wouldn't get a deep mirror proof like just because the reverse does not match the obverse. But regardless, the way this coin is struck and how well it looks, I mean, I think it looks nicer than most 67 graded coins, ones that have sold on eBay for over $850. This coin raw looks nicer than some of those coins. Now, I only compared it to the regular Mint State 67s. I didn't compare it to proof likes. I didn't compare it to MS65 deep mirror proof likes. I just compared it to Mint State 67s. So I priced this one out. I believe it's worth every penny. I'm going to be pretty firm at it at $250. Just because I've had so many of these in my hands, I've never had one this nice ever. So, and this is one of those two, if it doesn't sell in the next month or so, I would consider sending this in myself to get graded. I would probably spend the $50 or whatever it would cost for an express designation. And if I got a Mint State 66 PL designation, that would be a really expensive coin. So I think Mint State 67s and this type of quality are about $850 to $1,000. But again, I don't think they look this nice. So this is something you're not going to see very often. I know I haven't seen it very often. So again, this is the nicest 1881S I've ever held in my hands as far as raw goes. My older videos, I think I had a Mint State 63 deep mirror proof like, but it didn't look like this. It had marks and dings, not dings, but just had, what they call them, inclusions in the fields and stuff. This 1886, I'm asking $100 for. It is a common date, but what's not common about this coin, again, we've got a theme going on here, are the mirrors. You just don't see mirrors in fields on an 1886. Very, very rare. Now, obviously, this one has, marks and stuff on the chin, but again, that mirror-like finish, it just means that this coin was just struck differently than most 1886s at the time. Because most 1886s you see, they're pretty dull looking as far as the fields go. So this one here, I'm asking $100, and again, just because of I think the rarity of the mirror fields. And a proof like 1886, I think goes for like $250, $275. So I'm asking 100 for that one. Next one here is an 1887 San Francisco. I really don't run into too many 1887 San Franciscos. And if you do come across these in your travels, it's very, very rare to have any reflective fields. So it's not like a 1881S, where these are common to have reflective fields. The 1887S is actually very, very uncommon to have any reflective fields whatsoever. And when you do find that they have reflective fields, they're not in the greatest of shape. Again, I think they were just mainly placed in the circulation. But check out the mirrors on this one. I've never seen this before, this kind of reflectiveness. Again, in a raw coin, not sitting in a holder. So what amazes me about the hobby is just the fact that I'm still able to find coins like these raw that are not in holders. And it just goes to show you that a lot of this stuff was set aside. Someone probably had this in an album or some sort of collection. So it's nice to get these guys out in the open. Oh, and this guy here, because of its rarity, I'm asking $285 for that. You're not going to see an 1887 San Francisco PL. I think is like, it's over $1,000 coin. So I think asking $285 is very reasonable for a beautiful coin like that. And again, it's scarcity. You're just not going to find that type. Now on the flip side, you're going to see plenty of 1889s that look like this. I mean, not plenty, but they're very easy to find. So this is a slider just because the breast feathers aren't as sharp. There are some hits the field, there's hits the chin. So something like this, I'm asking $55 for, and I think it's the nicest looking coin on eBay for $55 for an 1889 Philadelphia proof or Philadelphia minted coin. Now we're getting to some weird dates that not a lot of people run across. So this is an 1890. This one's very rare because it has mirrors. So again, an 1890 is normally struck very flat. Like, see how the surfaces here, they have very little reflective qualities. This one actually has reflective qualities on both sides. And it actually has frost on the reverse. Again, with the theme here, nice, not clear mirrors, but definitely proof-like mirrors. Little hazy mirrors there. And this has like weird like spot toning everywhere. But again, see the fields? That's what the graders look at. How reflective are the fields? So this is a very rare coin just because of the fact that these type of coins are not known to have this type of look to it. So I'm asking $185 for this, but if this straight graded, say a lower mint state 61 or 60 or 62 with deep mirror proof-like or proof-like, I mean, it's like a $400 or $500 coin. It's so hard to find those. Next is a pretty rare one, 1891 New Orleans mint. So the 1891 Philadelphias, they're kind of rare too and nicer quality. They really, really jump up if they're super nice. 1891 O, which is the New Orleans mint, is actually harder to find just because they didn't make as many of these, and most of these are already sitting in collections. So this is a definite strong AU. It's got very nice struck on both sides, with a little bit of wear, so it's about uncirculated. And this one just, it was struck very nice. It's weird, like the rim is very thick. I don't know how to describe it. It's like this edge that's around the coin. It's just different. So holding an 1891 is definitely different than holding any other year. It even like feels heavier, although it's not a heavier coin. It weighs the 26.8 grams, which again, I'm the only seller on eBay that actually takes a picture of the coin sitting on a scale, and I use a caliper to measure it. They should all measure it 1.5 inches in diameter. So that one, this 1891 O, if you're missing it in your album, I wouldn't, or if you have a really bad example, like a a slick one that you can find for 40 bucks. This guy here, I'm asking 100 if you want to upgrade what you already have sitting in your album, or if you don't have one in your collection. It's a very cool coin. Next is another rare date, 1897. Again, New Orleans Mint. This one again is also a nice AU example. I'll take it out to show you guys. So again, these are struck just a little different. They're not really known for being struck very well. I don't know what it is about the 90s coins, but they're just harder to find in really nice quality. Maybe the mint didn't care as much, or this was just more common money. So they're pretty hard to find like that. So again, a very nice coin. Asking 100 bucks for that. And again, you're not going to see a lot of those. So if you need that for your album, it'd be a nice pickup. Or if you want to upgrade something you already have. All right, these next guys here, I actually got earlier, but I saved them for this video. So let's see here. One of these eagles I'm asking more for. I can't remember. I guess we can tell when we look at it. So this, let's see. Yeah, this 1925. I believe I'm asking 65 for this one. It's a really nice example of a peace dollar. And again, this is the real thing, right? This is a historic piece, unlike the modern stuff that you can pick up, which, don't get me wrong, I'm still waiting to get mine. I've been watching those videos with the guys like unboxing their modern ones, so I'm curious to see what mine look like. And then here's the other 1925. This one has some marks on it, so I'm only asking 52 bucks for this one. It still has very nice feathers on the eagle. There's just marks in the fields, so it's not as valuable, or it's not as hard to find. See, there's a nick there, nick there, nick there on the cheek. So that's why this one here is 65 and this one here is 52. They're both very well struck coins. This one just has a little more distractions on it. But both very nice pieces. No pun intended, right? And then lastly here I have an 1898. This particular coin, again, it's not very hard to find nice ones like these. And I got a good price on it, so I decided to pass that along to the next buyer. I've got this listed for 55 bucks. It's a really nice deal for a beautiful Morgan. There's a little bit of toning by the eagle's tip of the wing there, but nice cheeks, nice strike, beautiful coin. So I've basically, again, guys, I've been taking old stuff or lying around the house, stuff that I helped, move my parents. I didn't get inheritance like a lot of people do. My inheritance basically was, just selling one piece at a time, I guess. But it's interesting. I'm selling Christmas ornaments in July and August, older Christmas stuff, and I'm literally taking that money and turning it into something I really have a passion for, which are silver dollars, especially the Morgan silver dollars and the peace dollars. So hopefully by you guys watching my channel, besides, if you want to buy stuff, that's great, but you can learn a little bit about the Morgan silver dollars. I'm going to do my best to kind of dive deep. And don't get me wrong, like when I run into something new, if it's a newer type coin or, like I got a bunch of copper Canadian coins here I don't know what to do with. I don't think they're worth anything, but I always enjoy like going through each coin, looking for varieties. I don't think any of these really have varieties besides the micro O on the 1880, but I really enjoyed these coins because of just some of the quality. And again, it's just stuff you don't run across that often that's not already sitting at a holder at like double or triple the price. So again, if you guys are into these, if you want to get one for your collection, again, I have stuff as little as 52 bucks or 35 bucks if you want a real, Civil War old piece here. Or I have really, really nice stuff like the something like this that you're not going to run across, or even like a common date thing like this. This, I think, like this is just a stunning coin. I wish they all look like this. Then I could go, then I can probably buy a sports car. So, anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor, please like and share the video. And if you are not subscribed, a lot of you guys make comments, and I don't know, I've done it to myself where you forget to hit the subscribe button. But please subscribe and turn on notifications. So anytime I have stuff like this, and there are times too where I give stuff away. So with these guys, I mean, I'll work with you too. If you mention that you're from YouTube, please do so before you make a purchase. I'm more than happy to give a discount because, again, I do appreciate you guys watching and making comments in the video. But let me know what you guys think. Is this these some nice Morgans? Is this something you'd be interested in? We'll kind of go from there. So I'll catch you on the next one. And I think my next move next week will be I'm going to go into my coin shop or purchase something online. I'm going to reinvest some of the profits, and I think I'm going to be purchasing some silver just to park some money, unless I can find more Morgans like these. I mean, these are absolute no-brainers to pick up. This is just beautiful numismatic history sitting. Yeah, I'll make some profit on it, but it's really cool when people like get the coin, they enjoy it, they add it to their collection, they can get it from someone they can trust, and it's just an overall great experience. That I actually appreciate a little bit more than the funds itself. And don't get me wrong, like the money's great, but you know what I mean. It's really nice to share the hobby with others. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.